Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and our home team. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Play action. It's Newton. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there right off the bat. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The big man P.J. Hall had the path to the QB there.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
To try again after the sack. Newton, there goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They run with Taylor. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Rosen will throw. He'll air this one toward Coleman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On first down, Taylor. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Newton on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Back to you. Back to you.
Throwing is Newton. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll go down at the 28.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
20.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. From the red zone now, Newton. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, it's Brooks. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They come out here in the I.
Check 53's mark. Let's put him on the buses. 8.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play calling, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
On 2nd and goal, Newton, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
53's the mic. 53. Check.
From the gun, here's Newton. Forced out to his left. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
At the 29-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, Rosen. He finds Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
First down,
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
the Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 88 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. And now it's Rosen looking, throwing deep here for Coleman. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And a great return. As they're finally able to take him down.
We got all day from here. We got all day.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
You know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to look deep down into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Check 53's Mike. Focus, defense, focus.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On third down, it's Taylor, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. The give to Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal.
I got it.
Now Newton. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
At their own 6-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, well, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where he's got a man complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Tevin Coleman, 94 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row, we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Newton now to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 9-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
8, 20. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Okay, double up. Come on, switch it.
To the air again, Newton. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Sammy Watkins.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Elliott puts this one through. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Rosen looking to throw. Flushed out right. Airing one out for Boyd. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Newton. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Newton. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And this is caught by Watkins. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Yeah. Check. Lucky. Check the backer. 25.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Watch the screen.
The shotgun snap for Newton. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to throw, Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Adam Thielen, his 11th touchdown of the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. crowd is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. All day.
From the gun, it's Rosen. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
1st down, Lions.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming after you.
They go play action. It's Rosen. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
21, check Mike 21. Watch the flood, watch the flood, watch the flood.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Check Mike 21. Man, that's trash. 20. Hey, check Mike 21.
From the 50, Newton. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
53, Mike 53. We ain't giving up nothing
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Brooks. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Come on, boy. You gotta be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Hey, switch gears. He's checking. Crash.
Gun. Check.
They run the counter. Taylor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and goal. At the
Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
53's Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Now he'll escape. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Rosen will throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15.
Hey, exit.
Now it's Rosen. This one complete to Coleman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Rosen now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but first and 10 here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On second and 11 now. Rosen. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The dump-off gets them 9, so now they're in much better shape for third down.
Slam, slam, slam.
On 3rd and 1, Rosen to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here we go with Johnson. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Let's go.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brooks. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Gun.
2nd down, McKinnon. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He was brought down by Trey Flowers. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 40.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
I know you felt that one.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now. It's Brooks. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they take a knee. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right down the middle. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Short boot, take it at the 21. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
I'm scared.
And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Lions, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks.